Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to continue lesson number 6, Composition of Matter. Types of compounds. Compounds are classified into different types as organic compounds, inorganic compounds, and complex compounds. Organic compounds are the chemical compounds which contain a carbon-hydrogen bond. This means these are the compounds which have carbon and hydrogen atoms. Their combustion is not complete and black colored carbon remains behind as a residue. What is a residue? Residue means a small amount of something that remains after the main part has been used. So, on heating strongly, some compounds give residue while others do not give any residue or give a blackish residue. The black residue is mainly made up of carbon. Moreover, when such compounds are strongly heated in air, they combine with oxygen in air to form some gaseous substances. In case their combustion is not complete, black colored carbon remain behind as a residue. These compounds are called as organic compounds or carbon compounds. So, organic compounds are the compounds which contain a carbon-hydrogen bond. Some examples of organic compounds are petrol, cooking gas, etc. Inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds are the compounds that decompose on strong heating to leave a residue behind. So, even the inorganic compounds leave a residue, but this residue is other than carbon. Complex compounds. Compounds with chemical structures in which a central metal atom is surrounded by non-metal atoms or group of atoms joined to it by chemical bonds is called as a complex compound. These are the compounds who have chemical structures in which there is one metal atom in the center and it is surrounded by a non-metal atom. So let us compare the three types of compounds. In organic compounds, combustion is not complete. Carbon is left as a residue. Examples: cooking gas, petrol, sugar, camphor, urea, DNA, proteins, fat, etc. Inorganic compounds. These compounds decompose on strong heating. They leave a residue behind. Example: NaCl, that is sodium chloride, rust, H2O, that is water, O2, that is oxygen, CO2, that is carbon dioxide, NH3, that is ammonia. Complex compounds. Non-metal atoms are joined to central metal atom by chemical bonds are complex compound. Example: chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has a metal magnesium at the center. Hemoglobin contain iron atom at the center. So, these are the examples of complex compound. Mixture. Mixture is a combination of two or more substances in which the properties of constituent substances are retained. Mixture has two or more elements, but here the elements are not joined by a chemical bond. They are just mixed together. Mixtures can be separated easily because there is no chemical reaction between their constituent elements. Mixtures are of two types, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. To study the mixture, we should study what is a phase. The part of the matter having uniform composition is called as phase. Types of mixtures. Homogeneous mixture. When all the components of a mixture form one phase, it is called homogeneous mixture. For example, if you take a sugar solution, when sugar dissolves completely in water, we get sugar solution. We cannot differentiate between sugar and water from the solution. The entire solution looks like one mixture. So, such types of mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures. All the components are distributed in one phase. Heterogeneous mixture. When the components of mixtures are distributed in two or more phases, it is called as a heterogeneous mixture. For example, if you take the solution in which you put a little of sand and water, you can easily see the sand in water. All the sand does not dissolve in water. You see the difference between the water and the sand. So, the mixture is distributed in two phases. These are sand as well as water. So, such type of mixtures are called as heterogeneous mixtures. Always remember, all the particles of a solid that stay together or are in the same container constitute a single phase. Example, a heap of stones. A liquid substance along with all the soluble substances dissolved in it together constitute a single phase. Example, sea water. A liquid or all its drops present together or in the same container constitute a single phase. Example, raindrops. The liquids present together or in the same container but not mixed with each other constitute separate phase. Example, oil and water. All the gases present together constitute a single phase. Example, air. Now we'll differentiate between compound and mixture. In compounds, the constituents chemically react with each other. In mixture, the constituents do not chemically react with each other. In compound, the constituents are present in a fixed proportion. In mixture, the constituents are not present in fixed proportion. In compound, the constituents do not retain their properties. In mixtures, the constituents retain their properties. In compounds, the constituents cannot be separated easily. In mixtures, the constituents can be separated easily. Compounds and mixtures are formed when two or more units combine. If the units are in joint state with each other, it is a compound. If the units are separate, it is a mixture. We will study an activity to understand it better. Take 7 gram of iron filings in one dish and 4 gram of sulfur in the second dish. Mix two elements and bring a magnet near the dish. When we mix iron filings and sulfur and bring a magnet close to the mixture, we will see that iron filings get attracted towards the magnet. So even if iron and sulfur are mixed together, the iron filings get attracted towards the magnet, but the sulfur will not get attracted towards the magnet. So this shows that the properties of iron and sulfur are retained in the mixture. So this is a mixture of iron and sulfur. Now, if we heat sulfur and iron, the compound which is formed is FeS. If you bring magnet close to this, you will see that there was no effect of magnet and the yellow color of the sulfur also disappeared. From this we understand that a chemical combination took place between iron and sulfur due to heating in the above activity. The atom of iron and sulfur became joined by chemical bond to form molecule of a new compound. I hope with this you have understood the difference between the compound and mixtures. We will continue this lesson in the next video.